Hey guys, it's Scott with Scottie Cards, and in this video I want to talk about 3 lessons we can learn from the fall of Mike Trout's cards. Recently, I purchased this Mike Trout baseball card. It's a really cool baseball card. It's a gold refractor autograph from one of my favorite sets ever, 2011 Topps Finest. Really great set. And this is a card I did not ever imagine owning, but for whatever reason, probably because Mike Trout's not playing very well lately, this card was more affordable. I got it for $3,000. I know it's a lot of money still, but it used to be a lot more expensive than that. But with this purchase, I realized a lot of different lessons that I want to talk about in this particular video. The very first thing I want to do, however, is just kind of explain how good Mike Trout is and how good Mike Trout was. He really peaked at the wrong time in the sports card hobby. He was the hobby darling in the 2010s, not really the 2020s. The 2020s, he had some big moments in the COVID pandemic era, but realistically, if you'd have had his career, if Mike Trout debuted in 2020, like he did in 2012, had 10.5 WAR, 8.9 WAR, 7.7 WAR, all these things, and 3 MVPs, his cards would be insane right now. And they got very expensive at one point. I don't want to talk that down. They were very expensive, but not like how they could have been if it happened today. But the one thing I want to point out is all heroes fall. Even a player like Mike Trout, who has 87.5 WAR, he basically had 80 WAR through his age 30 season. He has 3 MVP awards. He finished top 5 in MVP voting 9 times in 10 years for a run right here, which is just insane. And regardless, all heroes fall. So that's the very first thing. When you're looking to buy cards of players in the modern era, they all get old. There's a saying, the father time is undefeated, and it's incredibly true. Which brings us to this graph right here. Here are Mike Trout's cards. He doesn't have very many cards. I think he's in like 5, maybe 6 total sets, but this was in 2020 in March before the pandemic really hit. So these are real Mike Trout prices at the start. Then we can see the big hobby bubble that happened, and then the really big decline as Mike Trout's career has kind of come to a halt in general. But he's down 76% for his Topps Finest. He's down 62% for his Bowman Chrome draft rookie card. He's down 64% for his Bowman Chrome rookie card, down 77% for his Bowman Sterling rookie card, and he's down 62% for his iconic flagship Topps Update rookie card. That's not from this peak. That is from like a real price in March of 2020 before everything hit. But regardless, those are way down. But he's still dropping. He is still dropping right now. He's actually down 24% on his Bowman Chrome draft rookie, down 33% on his Finest rookie, down 13% on his Bowman Chrome rookie, down 4% on his Bowman Sterling, and he is flat almost exactly on his Topps Update rookie in the last 12 months. So it just goes to show he's still in that decline phase. And this is a phase that we're actually going to be seeing with other players in a moment that I'm going to show you. Lesson 2, card scarcity is no longer a thing. This has less to do with Mike Trout, but more the lessons we can learn about the era he was a rookie in versus the era we have today. It's actually a warning for the era we're in today and how the overproduction could really be a very bad thing for your card investments. Here is all of Mike Trout's rookie cards that are numbered. All of them. The only one I did not include is his E-Topps rookie, which is numbered to 999. There's no parallels, but it wasn't a pack pulled card, so I didn't include it in this example. But overall, these are all of his rookie cards right here on the bottom. He has 5 sets. He has Update, Sterling, Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome, and Finest. And you can see for Topps Update, he has 3 numbered cards. 3 parallels are numbered. 3. 2011, the gold, we have the Hope Diamond and Black out of 60. With Bowman Draft, right here, the paper card, he has 1 parallel, the blue out of 499. The Bowman Draft Chrome, he has 4 parallels. Bowman Chrome, he has 4 parallels. Finest, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parallels. And Sterling, he has 4 parallels. And he has a total of 4,700 numbered rookie cards. And if we want to exclude the gold out of 2011, because that's a big majority of almost half, he has about 2,589 numbered rookie cards. If we look at his rookie autographs, he has 2 rookie autograph sets, which is why this card in general used to be so expensive, because there's only 2 sets and only one of them is on card, which is the one that I actually purchased. But we can see the refractor, even the base refractor autograph is numbered out of 499. He has an X fractor to 299, the green out of 199, orange out of 99, gold out of 75, red out of 25, mosaic die cut out of 10, and the purple out of 5. I excluded all superfractors and 101s just to make everything easier and cleaner. We actually can see his Bowman Sterling, even his highest numbered Bowman Sterling autograph, which is a sticker, is 109. Then he has the gold out of 50, black out of 25, purple out of 10, for a total of 1,405 autographs. Very low. How does that compare to someone like James Wood. Well, here is James Wood in 2025 with just Series 1 and just Topps Chrome. We are looking at 2 sets. He has probably 50. He's gonna have 50 sets. These are 2 of those 50. And we can see all of these different parallels. So Mike Trout only had 3 numbered parallels. James Wood has however many this is, probably 30 to 40. Topps Chrome, exact same story. Even the gold refractor, he actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold parallels numbered to 50 in Topps Chrome itself. Again, that's more than Mike Trout had. He only had 2 gold refractors in general, and Finest and Sterling, 2 different sets, that's it. But James Wood has 5 just in base Topps Chrome. He actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbered cards out of 50 in Series 1 as an example. And then here's his Topps Chrome autographs. You can see all the different parallels here. If we add it all up, you're going to see Topps Series 1 had 3,812 numbered cards. That's including the gold out of 2,025. And in Topps Chrome, he has 2,490 numbered cards in total. That's excluding 101s, everything there too. And his Topps Chrome autographs, he has 2,566 rookie autographs that are numbered. I did assume his base at 700. That's because he has a refractor to 499, so I assumed it's slightly higher than the refractor, but not by much. You might be wondering what's the deal with all the Joe Adell cards. I actually made a video a few years ago where I looked at Joe Adell and all the times Topps recycled his flagship image, all these different sets. This is what it looks like, all the different parallels and rainbows and all that stuff. I had used different players like Bo Bichette and Alex Kirilloff here because I couldn't find the Joe Adell card. But just to give you an idea of how many parallels exist was the goal of that photo. What we can see here is James Wood has more numbered cards in flagship Series 1 and Topps Chrome than Mike Trout has for his entire rookie cards. And we can see for autographs, James Wood actually has more in Topps Chrome alone than Mike Trout has his entire rookie year by almost double. So I'm showing you this not because I'm saying go buy Mike Trout cards. If you come to that conclusion yourself after watching this, that's great. I like Mike Trout cards, but my point is just to show you Mike Trout falls because Mike Trout slowed down and there's hardly any supply out there. So that's not a good thing when we see someone like James Wood, who's inevitably going to have a decline like Mike Trout because that's the way that things work out. And he has 10 times, 30 times more cards than Mike Trout. So that's what I'm pointing out here. Be very careful with modern players. The next lesson, history repeats itself. So I want to talk about this cycle we see with really great players who have a very disappointing later part of their career, which is almost inevitable. It's very rare a player has a Barry Bonds-esque end to their career. And sometimes it's actually helped like a Barry Bonds career. But either way, we can see that this card, this is Ken Griffey Jr.'s 1989 Upper Deck PSA 10, doesn't need much explanation. It started out at $353.75 in 2004. In 2004, there was still hope that Griffey had something left in the tank. And then we found out Griffey did not have anything left in the tank as he played at the Reds and then the White Sox and then the Mariners again. And towards 2009, at the end of his career, his card was at $241.97. It dropped almost 50% from 2004 to 2009. And people at the time probably were not very high on Ken Griffey Jr. simply because he wasn't playing good. And he had an amazing 20s. His 30s were disappointing. He's on the White Sox floundering away, then the Mariners, and it's just kind of sad. It's sad to see your heroes fall like that. But what happened to Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie cards? They went berserk because one, yes, there's artificial bubble here because of COVID and then the hobby boom, but we have nostalgia. We can see this run-up start from 2009 right here. It was actually running up before the COVID boom. We're looking at like almost $500, $600, $700 before this big gigantic boom. It corrected itself and now it's back up. So for whatever reason, this card is fine as we're looking back on his playing days more fondly. Here we have Albert Pujols. He has a big little bubble here because of the COVID boom as well. But if we look at really this peak right here where it plateaued, we can see just a constant drop as well until recently we start to see a little bump in 2025. But he even had a downward trajectory as his career ended. Here's Miguel Cabrera. He's still on that downward slope right now. That could keep continuing. It could start to go up as he approaches the Hall of Fame. As 5 years approaches, he's on the Hall of Fame ballot. Who knows? Here's Ichiro. He's still kind of dropping right now from 2022. It was a $2,000 card for his Topps Chrome traded card in a PSA 10, very low pop. I will note I am looking at, flagship cards, which maybe that's why they're dropping, but that's not why. These cards don't have many parallels. They're very low pop. In my opinion, I don't think that's a big deal. But either way, I think we're going to see this card probably trend up as his Hall of Fame induction is approaching in a few years, maybe next year, I think. Either way, this is a very common trend. So it's not abnormal to this happening to Mike Trout. It doesn't mean that nobody likes him. It's just right now nobody wants him, and that's okay. He is not playing as great as we would hope, but he'll probably have his time in the sun again as he retires, and then we look back at his career more fondly. It may take a decade to have that happen, but it's a continuous, constant cycle. The second thing I wanted to point out is just be careful with modern cards like we can see here in this James Wood example, especially compared to Mike Trout rookie cards. There's significantly more modern rookies in general, so just be careful there. And just know all the players we collect now inevitably are going to slow down as they age. Father Time is undefeated, like we already mentioned, so just be aware of that as you're buying modern players. But other than that, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.